And I'm Frankie Bellucci. Nicole, I'm so glad to see you.
You too.
This has been a long friendship. I've known Nicole, well, let me start out with welcome. We are at City Market Coffee at 3rd and Main.
Yeah.
3rd and Main in the River Market. I call it River Key. It's the River Market. It's the City Market. What do you call it?
This space right here, City Market Coffee.
Well, the area.
Well, the square right here is the City Market, and the whole neighborhood is the River Market. Confusing.
Yeah. River Key to us old farts.
Tried to get it to River District, but it was taken.
River District Coffee.
No, not just the neighborhood, so
Yeah.
people weren't confused.
How long have you been in business in this location?
Well, this location's been here for 27 years, and I have been here for almost 17.
And so we met in 96.
2003.
I do that every time. 03. So you weren't on Broadway very long.
6 years.
Time flies. Let's not reminisce any longer. Let's get to it. How'd you get in the coffee business, Nicole?
Well, I actually, I care about people and I care about community, and I was drawn to like non-profit kind of things, but kind of hard to make a retirement off of that. When I went to, I went on a random road trip when I was a child, and I had my first coffee, and I went into the place, and just the way that it felt.
A coffee house?
Yeah, and it was in Oregon, and the way that it felt like it was home. So when I got back home, which was Utah at the time, I started going into a coffee shop, and I started feeling the community, and I just thought to myself when I was younger, like, what can I do where I can help people and be passionate about something, but still make a little bit of money so I could at least donate money to those organizations that I wasn't working for.
And so being an entrepreneur and being in business in Kansas City so long, what do you think has made you unique?
I mean, it goes back to the community. Here, we care a lot about the people. I know a big percentage of people that come through the door. I try my hardest to find the time to get to know the people and just make connections, which allows me to find out places that might need our support.
All about community, and that's going to be one of my questions coming up. So one of the things that I'm finding with all the entrepreneurs that I'm speaking with, I think you're my 46th interview. Whoa.
It's been busy.
I love it. I love doing it, and I love connecting with friends and associates that I've known for a really long time. And it's good for business too, right? It's good for you. It's good for me. How do you think City Market Coffee weaves into the fabric of the City Market, the River Market, the River Key?
Well, I feel like we do a really good job of supporting the neighborhood. Like I said, we've been open for 27 years, so we have a lot of regulars. I try my best to pay attention to what's going on in the neighborhood and being able to participate in things like that, to be able to bring all the neighbors together. You don't necessarily have to live down here to be part of the community. Right? Yeah. So I think we do a good job of connecting people and giving them an outlet of being able to find a place that makes you feel better each day, and supply a place where people can come here and do their work and grow. I've seen many of people write books in here, or study for college and get their degrees, and
What's the most rewarding part for you?
I think the most rewarding would be having happy employees and making those connections, 10 years down the road, if I haven't seen somebody and they come up to me and tell me what my place did for them and how it helped them on their journey. It's also really rewarding to make a really good cup of coffee and for somebody to come back and say, this is really delicious.
And just to blow your horn a little bit, Nicole is also providing coffee and serving coffee at the new Kansas City airport. So congratulations to you on that. That's really exciting. One of the reasons I do this cast is for homeowners. It's for you. It's for neighbors. It's for people out of town that want to come in town and learn about our city. So if we're thinking about homeowners, what, other than making a cup of coffee and giving to the community, which are gigantic, what do you think you do that brings a smile to homeowners' faces?
I mean, our number one goal each day is to be able to make a positive mark on your day. So, you can come in here when you're having a bad day and it could turn around, hopefully. If you have a home, a lot of times you buy a machine, and I am more than happy to come out and help you on your espresso machine at home so you can try to get the same flavors out of it.
Because you can buy beans. You can buy beans right here. Buy espresso beans, which are delicious.
Yep.
Coffee guy. Any hidden perks that homeowners, neighbors, an audience wants to know about that we may not know about City Market Coffee?
I mean, if you're coming in here and you're building a relationship, we definitely treat you well, make sure that you get your discounts. I guess a perk would be if you were to get our merchandise, like one of these
merch, magnets, shirts,
every time you come
cups.
every time you come in with something with our name on it, then you get 10% off.
How come you didn't tell me this? Full price for you, Bellucci. Any heartwarming moments that you remember of somebody really showing appreciation for you, for who you are?
I mean, one of the biggest things that made a difference for me is 4 years I worked here before I bought the place. I owned a different coffee shop before, but I wasn't looking to own another one. And like I said, we have the power to possibly change people's days. And I had somebody write a whole letter about me doing that, and it really meant a lot. I think another thing that really meant a lot to me was out of nowhere getting a thank you letter from Mayor Sly James for being part of the community. But as a business owner, it's a little bit difficult because you don't get a lot of feedback. You're not constantly having somebody warm your heart, but just the relationships alone. When I think about not being in this business and think about not making those connections, it makes me sad to think that one day I might have to, I can't work forever, but it's just the relationships for me.
Same. Right, I everywhere I go, I got relationships all over the city, and they're important, and they're good relationships, and they're people I've known for a long time and friends. Any teasers or plans?
Oh my gosh!
Upcoming stuff?
Did you hear anything?
No, but do tell.
Well, for the past 10 years, I've been wanting to expand our breakfast. I've had different moments where we just have a very small space. We're actually the highest functioning for the amount of space the amount of space that we have. We do the most out of the whole city market, which is very impressive. If you see how small our space is. But we actually, in the springtime, will be knocking down a wall and expanding our breakfast and having breakfast cocktails, and we'll probably
going that way because you're not going that way.
Right. But with the breakfast cocktails coming in, then that gives us an avenue where I'm going to roll around possibly being open until 9 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Where you can start off and then go on with your night. I think another important thing for everybody to know is that we're open every day but Christmas.
I didn't know that. But you close earlier. Don't you close at like 3?
On Thanksgiving we closed at noon, but we were very busy until then. So they're random holidays we'll close a little bit earlier to make sure that the employees get to do what they want to do. We don't, on a holiday, if anybody's ever working, they want to work. We don't ever make anybody work.
It's taking care of your people.
Yeah, one of the reasons I got into just having my own business is because I've been a hard worker my whole life. And I feel like when you're a really good worker, you get taken advantage of often. I just basically one of my goals was to just have my own business and to make sure to treat my employees well.
Thank you for that. Thank you for doing that. Every area has an economic engine. And so contributing to the neighborhood, the market, the area, the work that you're doing, do you source any local goodies? Do you have any goods that you source locally? Obviously, your beans aren't from Kansas City.
Which I've always thought is really funny, just because I'm very passionate about being local and supporting small business. But you just can't get coffee beans in the United States. Sidetrack on that.
Just came back from a trip.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Sidetrack. I've been wanting to do this my whole life and haven't found the time. But finally, I was able to get away, and I went to Colombia and visited 6 different woman-owned farms. 2 of them, which I already purchased from. But it was really.
It was your first trip out there, right?
What's that?
Was it one of your first trips out?
It's the first time that I ever
first
was able
trip.
to go.
I knew it was first or near the first.
Right, which opened another door for me. I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. But it even though the beans are not local, I make sure that they are fair trade, organic. Whenever I can buy from Rainforest Alliance, I do. Women-owned farms, any direction that I can take it in a way of supporting people that are a minority in the work area, then I'll go with that. But if people were to take a trip like that and see where coffee came from, not that they don't appreciate
and
it,
the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into it.
It's unbelievable. But what was that before the sidetrack?
I don't know. These local goodies. Who do you source from locally?
Oh, yes. We buy from a lot of local people. I always go local before anywhere else. Sometimes, instead of buying from a company that's buying from China, I'll source it from Colorado or something like that before that happens. There's only so many options that we have. But,
But you make the effort, and
I do.
And I know that as an entrepreneur, we all appreciate it. How can homeowners give back to the community? How can we jump in? How can we make a difference?
I mean, just coming here and getting a cup, even if it's once a week, once every other week, it all adds up. Buying beans for your house, the more money that I make, the more money I can donate to different charities. Even if you don't have the funds, just coming in and saying hi means a lot. You don't have to buy anything, but even your body in the place makes it so more people are drawn to what's busy and what's going on. Or if word of mouth, if you want to just send people here, that helps.
It's all for the bigger cause.
Yeah.
It's awesome, Nicole, awesome. So I think that communities kind of have a rhythm. And I've already kind of asked how we can give back. Let's talk about traditions, rhythm, traditions. I mean, I know that I came here when I was this big, and have you run across any traditions in the River Market, City Market that you celebrate, that you practice?
I mean, the city market does a really good job of supporting us and making sure that there's activities going on outside to get people in. So obviously one of them would be the farmers market. Without the farmers market, we wouldn't.
Saturday and Sunday?
And it actually happens during the winter, much smaller, but there's still things going on all winter, and they have glass that comes down in the city market, so you can walk around and not
Fresh
be
air
freezing.
Blowing all the way through. Well, yeah, and then the fresh air and the good weather.
Right, and just right out there. So I think a lot of people don't realize that this is a warmer place in the winter, but when it comes to traditions around here, it mostly revolves around holidays and community in the summertime.
Where do you like to get a bite to eat around here?
My favorite place is the Tikka House.
Indian?
And then I like Enzo a lot. Wish they were open more days.
I haven't been in yet.
Well, maybe we should go sometime.
We should go sometime. Yeah. Let's do that.
I don't eat meat. So I'm sure that there are plenty of other places around here that are amazing.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. No problem. Do you caffeinate?
I do. I don't drink as much as you would think. I drink 1 to none a day. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I make one, I don't even finish it.
If you were to get a coffee other than here, where would you go?
Broadway Cafe.
John. Yeah. Awesome. I had an interview with John. It was great. He's great.
Yeah.
They're great. You're great. Everybody's great. If there was a playlist for the City Market Coffee, River Market, what are the top 3 songs?
Oh my goodness. Top 3.
Nobody ever gets this one.
Well, I know that last year on our Spotify, the number 1 played song was Glass Animals. That one's a little bit harder for me because I used to work behind the bar all the time, and I was the only one that picked out the music, and now I don't pick it out very often at all.
It's a tough question.
It is.
It's my toughest question.
I should have read. Was that in there? I could have cheated. On a rainy day, it's Van Morrison.
Anything I didn't cover or ask you about that you want to tell a global audience on YouTube?
No, I think you did a really good job. I mean,
thank you.
I think the only thing you would have missed was the surprise. But you got it.
Okay. Well, another great conversation. We're at City Market Coffee Roasters in the River Market at 3rd and Main. I'm Frankie Bellucci, the Bellucci. I'm a realtor at RE/MAX Premier. I'm in Prairie Village, but I work all over town. Waldo, Brookside, Prairie Village, Leawood, Westport Plaza, downtown, doesn't matter. I can help you on your real estate journey. If you know anybody that wants to buy or sell any real estate, please let me know. I'd love to help you. Please like and subscribe. That helps me kind of figure out which direction we're going. If you have any comments, we want to hear them. And that's it. Another just fantastic interview.
Thank you.
Much love.
Yes, you too.
Much
Always.
love. I'm so glad to see you, and thank you for having me out.
Thank you.
That's it. Ciao.